right, let's take Anuj. Yadav's been sitting for a while with Captain
Hello.
Planet. No, Marvel, Captain Marvel. Yes, what would you like
Hello,
to say?
Harish. Hello, Harish. Sir, I'm been big fan of you, sir. Sir, I'm following you since long time, sir. Sir, it's a really fanboy moment for me, sir. Sir, I can't believe right now. Sir, let me take a breath. Oh, okay. Sir, I want to ask you that, sir, since your channel is been growing rapidly and you are one of the most famous ex-Muslim in the world, so have you ever come across the Muslims who recognized you that, yeah, that is the man who criticized the Islam and now I won't let you go, that type of thing?
Yeah, I've been recognized a few times. I've been recognized here as well. When I was in London, I was in Amsterdam. Both the times I was actually recognized. So yeah, sometimes people recognize me. So by some Muslims as well, and by some ex-Muslims as well. So yeah, I mean, I have been, but um, yeah, what can I say?
Sir, how they reacted actually?
They're okay, like I haven't. One of the funny ones was in East London when I went to London. I stayed in East London. I didn't know about London. Now I know about London, where to stay, where not to stay. East London is a part which is dominated by Bangladeshi Muslims, and East London Mosque is actually known for radicalized views. So I wasn't far away from East London Mosque. I was like literally 4 or 5 streets down the road. So there was a guy who came to speak with me to interview me, and I was walking down with him on a footpath, and there was this bearded guy. He was on his way to the East London Mosque, and he walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're that Haris Sultan guy, right?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then I was like, "Okay, what's going to happen? This is a Muslim neighborhood." I was trying to keep a low profile, but nothing happened. He just talked to me. He said, "Hey, man, yeah, look, I don't agree with your views, but good on you for doing what you're doing. If you believe in that, just be respectful, and that's fine." And I was like, "Yeah." I shook hands with him, and um, you know, uh, that was it. But he actually did ask me. He asked me if I should go to East London Mosque with him because he was on his way there. I think it was Asr time or something, the fourth prayer of the day. Sorry, third prayer of the day. And I was like, no, I gotta go somewhere. I was genuinely with a guy who was gonna do my interview. But yeah, that was one particular one. There was once I was I was filling up petrol in the car, and this guy came up, and he said, "Hey, you're that." This is actually quite funny. He said, "Hey, you're Haris Sultan." This guy also, he was Pakistani, had a big beard, and he said, "My sister is your very big fan." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Okay," but he was very respectful as well, and I was obviously respectful, and we spoke. We spoke for about half an hour or something. He was a very nice guy, and so he was fine. I've been recognized a few times.
Sir, I want to ask you one more question. Sir, you are one of the finest ex-Muslim debater in, we can say, YouTube community. Sir, according to me, sir, according to me.
Okay, according
So,
to you,
sir,
but I don't agree
yes,
with
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. So you are best ex-Muslim debater. Sir, I don't understand, sir, that huge Muslim debaters like Muhammad Hidab, sir, why don't they approach to you, sir? Sir, I want you to, sir, be
Okay, so
like,
so the reason is with why Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawa, they wouldn't debate is because they have something stuck up their backside. What they say is that they only go for people. I remember Ali Dawah was saying to Apostate Prophet, "Oh yeah, when you get 100,000 subscribers, then we'll talk to you." So when Apostate Prophet ended up getting lots of subscribers, then they're like, "Oh, okay, now he's becoming bigger than us." So Apostate Prophet ended up becoming bigger than them. So they're like, "Okay, now we're gonna try to bully and harass," and they don't talk about anyone else. So I kind of did what Hijab does. So like I made some funny videos on him, and I remember he saying something. Oh, look, he's idolizing fair-skinned people because he was making fun of Apostate Prophet's appearance. So I said, "Oh, who the hell are you, Hijab? Look at your face. You look like a broom." So what do you look like? What, Thor guy or Captain America? Or I showed him Hrithik Roshan as well. So he's like, "Oh, look, he even chose an Indian with a fair skin." So Harris has got a fair skin complex. I was like, "Yeah, even if and I should have mentioned Will Smith as well because I think Will Smith was, yeah, probably still is an icon." But anyway, it didn't come to my mind at that moment. But then he would have said, "Oh, he didn't pick anyone brown." So you can win from these people. But and same thing with what's his name, Dr. Zakir Naik. He says the same thing that if you can bring 100,000 people in the 10,000 people in the audience, then I will debate with you. So it's like some people challenged him, "Hey, why don't you speak with David Wood?" Which I don't think will be an interesting debate with David Wood. I think interesting debate would be with an atheist, and Zakir Naik knows that. He never debates with an atheist. He's debated with some other people, but he never debates with atheists because Christians have the same problem. Christians also have miracles, so they can't make fun of Zakir Naik for believing in flying donkey, for instance. I wouldn't even get past flying donkey with him. I've got 20 jokes on flying donkey that I would throw in his face, and he would have absolutely nothing. And Muhammad splitting the moon and him lying countless times. I got 10 lies. I should make a video of him where there are 10 lies of him. One of the most famous one that I always remember is when he lied about the world's women denomination. He said there are more women than men. That's why Allah allowed 4 wives. When it's actually not true. There are actually more men up until the ages of 60. After 60, the percentage of women, the percentage goes more in favor of women because, unfortunately, women live longer. Not unfortunately, I mean men. Unfortunately, men live less shorter than women. So he would never debate with an atheist. There's one atheist who was in the audience, and he just asked him about some evolution. He ended up saying, "Brother, I'm a medical doctor. I know evolution." That's what he ended up saying, and he stormed off. But imagine an atheist who's standing by him, with him on the stage, sharing the stage, and he's not intimidated by the audience, and then he'll get destroyed, and he knows that. Zakir Naik knows he will get his ass handed to him if he debates with someone. So Zakir Naik, brother Zakir Naik, I challenge you for a debate. But he would never. He's, who's Harry Sultan? If you can bring 10,000 people in the audience, then I'll debate with you. That's what he'd say.
Sir, last question, sir, please. Sir, is there any chance we can see you visiting in India?
Oh, look, I mean, I would love to go to India. But I think I'll keep a low profile. I wouldn't tell people that I'm in India because there's some people don't like me in India too. And obviously, you have a very sizable majority of the Mu'minins, who don't like me. So anything can happen. So I would keep a very low profile in India, but I'd love to go to India. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll shave off my beard, color my hair or something. No, actually, I shouldn't color my hair because that will stand out. Imagine me being blonde. People will say, "Who's that guy? Who's that Chichora guy?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, right. So you are that guy. You are that Pakistani mullah, huh?" And yeah, Bajrang Dal might not also like me, but then I don't think they will kill me. But I don't know. No, I think I'll keep a low profile.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving your time, sir. Sir, I will remember this moment, sir, rest of my life. It's really great. Thank you.
Oh, you're making me blush. Thank you very much, Anuj. All right, that was Anuj. To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.